Brigands I can handle. But this talk of dragons? World gone mad, I say.
We'll pay whatever it takes, but we must have more swords for the Imperial soldiers.
I just can't fill an order that size on my own. Why don't you swallow that stubborn pride of yours and ask Yorland Greymane for help?
I'd sooner bend my knee to Ulfric's Stormcloak. Besides, Greymane would never make steel for the Legion.
Have it your way. I'll take the job, but don't expect a miracle.
Greymane or Battleborn? Got stones in your ears? I asked what side you're on. Greymane or Battleborn? New in town, huh? Whiterun's got two clans, both old and both respected. Difference is, the Greymanes turned their backs on the Empire, and we Battleborn stayed loyal. So I'll ask again, Greymane or Battleborn? Sooner or later, we all have to choose a side. Long live the Empire. Avelstein Greymane and I were best friends as children. If I see that traitor again,
Staying safe,
I'll
I hope.
jail myself.
Staying out of trouble, kinsman?
Can I help you?
Trouble?
That's good armor you've got there, friend. Iron, solid, and true.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls. Been too long since we've had a good bandit raid. Staying out of trouble, kinsman?
I miss the days when the Greymanes and Battleborns got along. There's nothing a man can do that I can't do better, whether it's serving drinks or slaying trolls.
I ain't done nothing. Only if I can help it. But damn if I ain't almost sober. Hey, in the Bannered Mare, there's this bottle of Argonian ale. The good stuff. Get it for me. They won't even know it's gone. Come on. Argonian ale. I can almost taste it. Well, that all depends on you now, doesn't it? Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart. Sure, whatever.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
If it's a lady you're looking for, you best look elsewhere. Once Mikhail gets them, they're got. I'm a bard, trained at the Bard's College in Solitude. Wanderers like you should think about applying. There's a whole college up in Solitude where they teach the arts. Song, lute playing, poetry. I studied there myself. Had to leave over a misunderstanding with a head mistress. Well, more a misunderstanding with her husband. Sure. What can I do for you? Ah, a fine but bloody tale. I can do that one.
Sadia, dear?
Yes, Mom?
You still need to remove that blood stain from the incident.
Of course, Mom.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
Once was a hero named Ragnar.
The guards in this city are all lazy and undisciplined. Things need to change.
And the braggart did swagger and brandish his blade as he told of
If you need more food or drink, speak to Hulda. Depends. Are you thirsty? Hungry?
When
Both.
he met the shield maiden Matilda, who said,
Now please, no more questions.
I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire.
Now I think
I've been
it's
thinking
high
of
time
selling
that
me
you
into
lied
Isolda.
humbly.
Anyway, what do you need?
So then came
What can I
flashing
get
and
you?
slashing of steel as the brave lass Matilda
Let's sate
charged
that
in full
appetite, hmm?
zeal. And the braggart named Ragnar was boastful no more.
Magic is for the weak. Elves, I mean. They keep to that college in Winterhold. They know their place. Of course, there is Farengar. He might be the Jarl's wizard, but at least he's a Nord. I should have guessed as much. Your kind sticks to that college in Winterhold, as well they should. You'd never think to learn from a Nord like the Jarl's wizard. I assume you saw the Gildergreen? Big tree, all burnt up, in the middle of the Wind District? It's part of the Temple of Kinnareth. People want Danica to do something about it, but I don't know what they expect. People say there is someone in Riften that can change your face, make you look completely different. Do you believe that? The companions? In Jorvaskr? They're recruiting new members from what I hear. Sure thing, it's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
Hear a little Nord whiz. Think you can go blade to blade with me? You'd be dead in 6 seconds. The heat of the battle is the fire that forges the strongest blades. It's an old Nord proverb. That, and a true Nord never misses a chance to test her worth. You've been talking to those companions? Too hot-headed, they cried. Weak, pathetic cowards, the lot of them. It wasn't my fault. I told them over and over that it was an accident. They wanted me to prove my worth. So they threw me up against a young whelp of a lad, hardly old enough to grow his first chin hairs. I guess they thought a woman wasn't strong enough to hurt him. I didn't mean for him to die. Why would I want that? I just lost control. And why not? I could beat anyone in this city, barehanded. 100 gold says I knock your hide to the ground. Just fists. No weapons, no magic, no crying. Let's go. Come on. Never should have come here.
Keep those hands up!
Someone do something.
You call yourself a lord? That's all you got? Now that's what I call a punch. You got me. You're no liar. Best fight I've had in years. There you are. If you ever need another blade at your side, just ask. Wouldn't mind seeing how you handle a few trolls.
We've been down
You're
this
someone
road
who can
before.
get things done.
Save the
I
sad
like
and
that.
sadness for your lady friends.
Good.
My patrons need life, cheeriness.
All right, how about
Well, that's not
the
bad.
gutter snipe?
If it's work you need,
Some parting
how
advice?
about chopping up some wood for the fires?
If it's work you're looking
Need
for,
anything else? Just let
Hold
me
on.
know.
Excellent suggestion. I'll do that one.
The security in Whiterun is terrible. Shameful is what it is.
Come
my collection of Grey Main's
Finest cuts, fresh from the wilds. Oh yes, hunting is my great passion. That's why my brother and I opened a shop to sell hunting supplies. It's the Drunken Huntsman down by the main gate. He tends the store, and I've got this stall. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. Good hunting.
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's trade.
My fate. Well, would you look at that? Argonian ale. My thanks, friend. Here, take this here healing potion. I, found it in the temple.
Those green apples you sold me the other day were delicious.
Sure, whatever.
I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, but hard work.
You charge double for those and still sell them all within a week.
You're right. I'll have to remember that the next time I get a shipment in.
Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. Yeah, these Khajiit make a living traveling the roads and selling their wares. It's got to be tough. Skyrim's a hard enough land when you've got a roof over your head. Worst thing is, nobody wants them in the cities. Nobody trusts them. Reputation mostly. A lot of Khajiit turn to smuggling and thievery to get by. A few bad apples spoil the bunch. You know how it is. About the same as everyone else. They're the catfolk of Elsewhere. Great warriors, good traders. Way I hear it, Elsewhere ain't nothing like Skyrim. It's got tropical forests and dusty badlands. It sounds awful. Before my ma and Da passed, I told them that one day, I'd become the best trader in Skyrim. I met one of the caravan leaders, Madron. He said he'd help me get started if I could bring him a mammoth's tusk. Easier said than done. You'd do that? If you find one, I could teach you a thing or two about trading. Help you get a fair bargain in the future? I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's
Life's hard
trade.
enough with all these
I
men
need more
propositioning
experience
me.
if I'm going to run
But
an
that
inn
bard
someday.
is the worst.
See you.
That bard Mikhail is begging for a dagger up against his throat, the way he goes on about me. I heard him boasting at the bannered mare, saying he'll conquer me as a true Nord conquers any harsh beast. Huh. If you want to try, go right ahead. I don't think anything will get through that thick skull of his, though. You've got no idea. Half the men in Whiterun have proposed to me. Some were even single. They'll never understand. No amount of flowers or honeyed words are going to change my mind. Right now, all that matters is my daughter Mila. No man's going to get between me and my little girl. Take a look. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day.
Bits and baubles for sale, all crafted by the best blacksmith in Skyrim. I can tell you're new around here asking a question like that. My husband Eorland tends the Skyforge up at Jorvaskr, the Companion's Mead Hall. Oh, there's no finer smith in the Nine Holds. You should ask him about his work. It's the only subject that'll get him talking. Well, that and maybe those stuck-up, dung-sniffing battle-borns. Don't even get me started on that lot. Huh, they put on airs like there's something special. Oh, sure, they've got money, but they ain't got a shred of honor between them. Grey Mane. Huh, now that's a name fills you with pride. We've got roots in Whiterun. We've got history.
I've spied the two of you talking about you.
Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that.
Such idle talk can prove hazardous to one's health.
Oh, Oh, a bit of this and a bit of that. My husband, you should ask him well, that and head up the steps from the market and look to your
Are
right.
you still working
Can't
in
miss
the
it.
Bannered Mare in the evenings, Olfina?
You take care of yourself now.
Just because I'm a Greymane doesn't...
What's the
didn't mean
matter?
you can't stand the side of a strong
Treat
lord
yourself
woman.
and your kin to a choice cut of steak or a tender rack of ribs.
Well met, kinsman. What brings you to Whiterun? Ah, so it's gold you're after then. You need only ask about it. Plenty of folk in Whiterun with too much fat and gold to be bothered doing anything for themselves. Aye, that I do. Half all my life. We Battleborns have been here since the beginning, along with the Greymaids. Our family's been close as kin for generations, but Ulfric's Stormcloak's uprising has divided us. Now, seems we can scarce look at each other without coming to blows. Petty and foolish, that. They are saying dragons have returned to Skyrim. Now that's a real problem.
Now the bandits are bolder than ever. They've been
Ah, the most important question of all, that one. You'll want the bannered mare. See old Hulda. She'll keep you swimming in mead. But mind the bard, Mikael. Poncy little milk drinker, that one.
I'm sure they would love to trade in your husband's steel.
Man gives bards a bad name. We Nords have a long history as warrior poets. I am proud to count myself among them. But Mikael, he sings only for gold and the affections of wenches. He dishonors our traditions. Ain't sure if they're taking on new members, but you should talk to the companions. They're over in their hall, Jorbasker. If by work, you mean testing your steel in bloody battle. Mayor, well met, kinsman.
Let me know if you see anything you like. I assure you, I'm prepared to make any deal. Everything's for sale, my friend. Everything. Interesting, to say the least. What with all that's been going on. On the one hand, supplies are harder to come by since fewer traders are traveling the roads these days. But on the other, the scarcity of supplies has led to some, well, elevated prices. All that matters is that I have what you need, and it's worth every septum. Isn't it obvious? Why, the wonderful weather and hospitable people, of course. Not to mention my great fondness for dragons and petty political power struggles. But without a doubt, the most compelling feature of this frozen wasteland is the volley of inane questions leveled at me on a regular basis. Take a look. Do come back.
Foolish old man. You know nothing. Nothing of our struggles, our suffering.
Nothing. And what of my son?
Finest cuts, fresh from the
What of
wilds.
Thorald? Is he nothing? So don't talk to me about suffering.
Your son chose his side, and he chose poorly, and now he's gone. Such is the way of war. The sooner you accept his loss, the better.
I will never accept his death. My son still lives. I feel it in my heart. So tell me, Battleborns, where is he? Where are you holding my forearm?
Do you believe this old hag? Holding him?
I spend a lot of time at the market stall so I can learn the merchant's
He's
trade.
my prisoner.
Need more experience if I'm going to run an inn someday.
Your stupid son is dead. He died a storm-cloaked traitor. And you best keep your mouth shut before you suffer the same.
Come on, Father. There's nothing more to be said here. Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. More bad blood between the houses. Fralya is convinced our family is somehow at fault for the loss of their son. There's no reasoning with these people anymore. Long live the Empire.
There's a...
Old friend, patron of the great clan Battleborn. And just one more thing the Greymanes want to blame on others. It's not my fault they turned their backs on the Empire, or their mule of a son raised arms against it. And yet, they want to heap the fault on my family's good name? Ah! Battleborn is a name out of legend, sung in the songs of old and heard in deeds of valor for 100 generations. For Clan Battleborn, they cry in the mead halls. First into the fray, and last to quit their ale. We've got honor, wealth, and titles too. Aye, and buxom women to warm your bed on a cold Skyrim night. Now, if that don't answer your question, then no words will. Uncivilized pelt-wearing axe-draggers. It's a wonder they don't still live in a cave like those ancestors they keep boasting about. It's true, the Vignar Greymane and his lot are one of Whiterun's oldest and, depending on who you ask, most respected clans. I don't dispute that. But it's one thing to take pride in your lineage, and another to cling blindly to the past. What they call honor and tradition, I call ignorance. Money, you laggard. What else? It always comes down to coin. The Greymanes have deep roots in Whiterun, but so do we. Difference is, we're rich. And Vignar hates it. Oh, and they hate it too. All their big talk of pride and honor. And what have they got to show for it? Beggars' rags and stale bread. We've got the same pride, same honor, and we've got wealth. No wonder they envy us. You watch yourself out there.
Foul. Treat yourself and your kin to a choice cut of steak.
There... Evgir Onslaught has come at last. The season unending. War without end.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks.
Yes.
Warm beds.
The security in Whiterun is
If it's a
terrible.
lady you're looking for, you
Shameful.
best look elsewhere. Once Mikhail gets them, they're got. Carlotta put you up to this, didn't she? I'm sorry, but that fiery widow is mine. She just doesn't know it yet. Maybe you're right. I guess I just didn't want anyone to think I couldn't handle one Nord lass. On my honor, I won't bother Carlotta ever again. Some parting advice? Women? Oh, there once was a hero named Ragnar the Red who came riding to Whiterun from old Rorikstead.
Can you believe those pathetic Greymanes still show their
Ripe
face
food
in
and fresh
public?
vegetables for sale. Straight from the fields and orchards of Whiterun to your table. Really? You convinced that lute player to stop chasing me? I'd thank the gods, but I'll settle for thanking you. Here's some coin for your help. Remember, fresh fruit and vegetables every day. me know if you see anything you like. You look rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil. Of a sort. I don't have formal training in the restoration school, but something just as good. Within these walls, I have all that I need to brew a potion for nearly any ailment. If I had a septum for every case of rock joint or whitbane I've cured since I opened this shop, I'd be a rich woman indeed. Why? Because I'm a proud citizen of the Empire? Because the Stormcloaks only want Nords in Skyrim? The Stormcloaks can rot in oblivion for all I care. I've lived in this city for 20 years. 20! I think I can teach you a thing or two. Come back anytime. You'll find fine potion we put together. I sell cures for all ills, and I'll be happy to serve you. You look Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Until next time, I offer remedy.
I ain't done.
I work with my mother. Sell fruits
What?
and vegetables.
What are you looking
It's
at?
fun most days.
That, not anymore. Thanks to you, friend. Sure, whatever.
Come to Olava for a reading, did you? Sorry, pup, but I'm not quite in the mood.
Welcome. We've got small weapons as well as big. Maces, daggers, that sort of thing. That'll be the Jarl, Balgruf the Greater. He's an honorable enough man. Never done wrong by me or my kin. Things are tough for him now, I'd wager, what with the fighting and the dragons. But Balgruf's a tough old Nord. He can handle it. Adrienne, at her forge, just outside. Place is named after her. War Maidens. It's a childhood nickname given by her father. What I hear, she was playing with swords even back then. Anyway, our wares are strong and the price is fair. What else matters? Take a look. Good doing business with you.
I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Jorland Greymane's got that honor. Man's steel is legendary. All I ask is a fair chance. Plenty. I'd say we're prosperous enough. Most folk don't go hungry, if they're willing to work hard. The city's ruled by the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. That's the fortress there, up on the tall hill. But you're probably more interested in your Vasker, Mead Hall of the Companions. Their deeds of war and valor are legendary. Yes, actually. How about you smith me an iron dagger? Here's everything you need to make one. Go ahead. Stay sharp.
I'm as much a Nord as the next man, but I'm no fool. I don't live in the past like those gray men.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. I don't claim to be the... Not bad, but it's a little dull. How about you sharpen it up? Just need a bit of metal and the grindstone over there. Thanks for the business. Let me know if you see anything you like. Have you met my father? This looks good. You put time into your blades, they'll serve you well when you need them. You want to keep helping? How about you make some armor? Let's start by tanning some leather on the rack. Stay sharp. Something for just about everyone in here. Give a holler if you have any questions. I help my good. A lot of weapons and armor need leather for straps fitting, that kind of thing. Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. I don't claim... I should hire you to be my assistant at this rate. Let's improve the fit. Take this leather to the workbench over there. Thanks for the business. Let me know if you see anything you like. Have you met my father? You have talent. Keep working at your craft and you'll be a fine smith one day. Why don't you keep that dagger and helmet? Maybe you will remember me when you're making Skyforge steel, huh? Stay... sharp. I help my... Looking to protect yourself? Or deal some damage? Until next time.
Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll. They say...
I spend a lot. Once I've made enough money trading with the Khajiit caravans, I'm going to buy the bannered mare from Hulda. Farewell.
Ah, hello, my Nord friend. In the market for some hunting supplies? Yes, I hear that question often. My brother Honorius and I came up with it one night after consuming rather too much mead. After our drinks, we went out for a moonlight hunt. We got separated, and in his drunken state, my brother mistook me for a deer. He shot an arrow that pierced my... well, rump. After such a memorable adventure, we knew we had the name for our shop. Try Hulda, the innkeeper at the Bannered Mare. It's just up the road near the market. You should check in at Dragon's Reach too. There's so much going on these days. The Jarl or his steward might have need of help. An archer, eh? I've got just what you need. Thank you very much for your business.
Need something? Talk to my brother, Elrendir. Yes? What can I do for you?
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't. Speak. Ah, hello, my Nord friend. In the market for some hunting supplies?
I know nothing of fear, and nothing of remorse. Pay my fee, and together we will vanquish any foe. I am an artisan, painting in strokes of blood red upon the canvas of life. But yes, I will take coin to fight at your side. After all, where is the value in creating art if there is nobody left alive to see it? If you change your mind, seek me out here.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you.
Yes?
Even if you are my elder.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks, they'll get what's coming to them.
This war's as stupid as our feud with Clan Greymane. Need something? Unlike the rest of my family, I've got work to do.
It's no fun getting pushed around all the time. Well, I used to sneak out at night and try to tip over the big ox in the Greymane's yard. And me and Mila used to climb up on the roof of Dragon's Reach and look for birds' eggs. But I don't do that stuff anymore. Father keeps catching me and then I get in trouble. Yes, Braith bullies me all the time. All the elders think I'm a milk drinker because I can't fight. Nobody understands. If you can get Braith to leave me alone, I'll be your best friend. Forever. I'll pay you too. My whole life savings. 2 septims. Oh, good. She'll listen to you. I just know it. Until next time.
Evgir Onstad has come at last. The season unending. War without end. You're not supposed to be in here. I'm warning you. Back off.
You're not supposed to be in here.
Sheath your weapons and come quiet. You have committed crimes against Skyrim and her people. What say you in your defense? Smart man. Now, come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods, and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
Stormcloaks, Imperials, Dragons. Ain't no matter to leave what they're
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want them back in the Stormcloaks. They'll get what's coming to them.
You look tired, friend. The Bannered Mare has beds for rent.
Need something?
I just want to go home and read.
You tried mercenary work? It might suit you. My Sapphire doesn't like that I've been spending so much time looking for my father's old sword. He fed his entire family with the gold he made using that weapon. I'm not about to let it gather dust in some thief's trophy room. I tracked it to a group of bandits nearby, but I'm no fool. I'd need the Whiterun guards or maybe hire the companions to get it. I don't know why I'm saying this, but if you find it out in your travels, I'd be grateful to you. No, friend, that I'm not. But I get along with your kind well enough. No, I'm a Red Guard. My family hails from the Imperial Province. But I left home when I was just a lad. Been wandering ever since. If you find that sword, please bring it to me.
You should talk to Adrian at the forge.
All I can think about is my son, my Thorold. They say that he was killed, but I know better. I know my son is alive. Those Battle-born, they're in with the Imperials. They know it too, and yet they lie to my very face. It's not wise to discuss it here. Please, if you truly wish to help, meet me at my home. I'll tell you the whole story. If only you could help bring my son back to me. Thorold's disappearance has been hard on all of us, but Adelstein has taken it badly. He's afraid of being taken as well, so he hasn't left the house. All he talks about is Thorold. Please help Adelstein if you can. Something has to be done, or we're all going to lose our minds. You take care of yourself now.
You brought into our home.
Adelstein, put that down. He's here to help us find Thorold.
How do we know he's not spying for the Battle-born? This was foolish. We can't trust anyone. Who knows what they'll do if they find me here.
I can't take any more of this. No weapons, please. Let's just talk.
All right, Mother. So, you're here to help? I know that Thorald's not dead. I just know it. The Imperials have him and are keeping him somewhere, but I don't know where. Those damned Battleborns, they know something. They're hiding it. They practically taunt us with it. They must have some sort of proof. There's gotta be something in that house of theirs. I just know it. I don't dare leave the house myself, so I need your help. Anything that confirms that Thorald isn't dead, but is being held captive. I know those Battleborns have it. They'd be hiding it, of course. Wouldn't want it to get out that they've been lying this whole time. But you might be able to butter them up enough to lower their guard. Anything they'd be... But you might be able to butter them up enough. The Battleborns, the Emperor's biggest bootlickers here in Whiterun. Their connections to the Empire and the Legion are well known. When Thorald didn't return home, there was no question in my mind. They knew Thorald supported the Stormcloaks, knew he was gonna aid them in battle, made sure he didn't come back. Locked him up someplace to get back at my family. I'm sure of it. Best if you didn't mention to anyone that you saw me here.
Thorald's disappearance has left our family in shambles. It's hardly a secret that they have ties to the Empire and hate anyone who speaks out against it. Thorald did worse. He took action against the Empire, and the Battleborns knew it. He's my son. I feel it in my heart. Oh, you'd understand if you had children. If you need any jewelry, just let me know.
Can a man... This is the last time I'll say it. Get...
Jen. Come on now. Watch the footwork. Keep your balance.
Hey, watch it!
What are you waiting for?
You're pathetic!
Out of our guide.
That's it? That's all you've got?
Going to enjoy killing you.
Azura curse you! Never should have come here.
Soon enough, it'll be me. In the meanwhile, the Circle handles our daily routine, and Kodlak advises them as Harbinger. Why would you even come to Jorrvaskr without knowing what we stand for? This is not play acting here. We are the true spirit of Skyrim. Honor is in our blood, death in our hearts. If you seek either, you've found the right place. Fortune and glory, friend. Fortune and glory. All right, then.
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure. A good bunch of men and women who make too much a mess, if you ask me. Goodbye, dear.
I'd be dead if not for Vignar. To hear Vignar tell it, we're a bunch of layabouts and useless whiners who used to know how to fight. But he thinks everything used to be better. I, for one, would trust any companion with my life. Oh, I'm not a companion myself. I just help Vignar. He took me in when I was having a tough time and, well, I owe him. And we've done as much as we can to prepare for that. But remember, Whiterun is home to the companions. Any dragon that comes here will get more than he's bargained for, I think. Farewell, sir.
We Greymaids have been feuding with the Battleborns for years. There's no more bitter enemy than an old friend. No, they used to be something. Nowadays, they just squabble amongst themselves. Take my advice and keep away. You look too smart to get caught up with this bunch. Well, when you get to be my age, you don't remember why you did much of anything. Only that it happened. We used to be fast friends. Though it was long ago. We were two of the city's oldest and most respected clans. And we could trace our histories all the way back to Ysgramor's companions. But then Ulfred got rich and decided he and his kin were too good for us simple, backwards Nord folk. When the troubles began, he took the Empire's side. We haven't spoken much since then. Oh, we've got an old saying. The Greymanes have lived in Whiterun since the first snows fell in Skyrim. Well, maybe that's not entirely true. But our clan's got a long and proud history in this hold. We respect the old ways, the Nord ways, and a Greymane has worked the Skyforge since before the time of my grandfather's father. Aye, they're an old clan like ours, but they cast their lot with the Empire when the uprising began. Ulfred Battleborn made his money from farming, and got himself some new friends among the Empire's nobles. Now he's in the Emperor's pocket like the rest of them, with no regard for honor and tradition. I was done talking anyway. You go on your way now, boy.
Make it quick. You don't just waddle in here and get to speak to the boss. Who do you think you are? If you want to embarrass yourself, I won't stop you. Kodlak is the Harbinger. He's the closest thing you'll find to a leader around here. Are you looking to join? I wouldn't get your hopes up. The short answer is, we fight. The long answer is, forget it. You're not worth my time. So I wouldn't have to answer stupid questions from idiots.
Need something? The Circle are the ones who parcel out the jobs. That's Ayla, Skjor, and the brothers, Farkas and Vilkas. Kodlak advises them, but he doesn't really give orders. Only the most famous warrior band in all of Skyrim. Have you been living with the Horkers? When we arrive, blood is spilled and our blades sing to the glories of Ysgramor. This is life, brother. The struggle is what reminds us to draw breath. Are you kidding? I've wanted to be with them since I was a little girl. Haven't you heard the stories of Kodlak and Skjor fighting off the 101 Orc Berserkers? Skjor says it was more like 40, but he's just being modest. Where else would I want to be but here? Learning from them, fighting at their sides. Farewell.
Ah, fresh blood. Hope you know how to handle yourself.
I haven't seen you before, have I?
In charge of what? I'm in charge of me, and you're in charge of you. If you're looking to join up, Kodlak's the one to be talking to. We're the best damn fighters in Skyrim. At least, some of us are. A man of my station has many debts. I'm not much use of labor or learning, but I can throw a punch with the best of them. The Companions let me fight for gold, and so I fight.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker. An outsider, eh? Never heard of the Companions? An order of warriors. We are brothers and sisters in honor. And we show up to solve problems if the coin is good enough. My mother was a companion, and her mother, and all the women in my family back to Harati Blackblade. I stayed with my father in the woods until I was old enough for my trial. We hunted everything there was to hunt. Good training. Ma didn't live long enough to see me join, but I fight to honor her and all my shield sisters through time. Kodlak says not to worry about it. I worry that a bunch of snowberries are out there earning glory while we stay out of it. But I will follow the old man's lead, as ever. We don't just take in any milk drinker who stumbles in. Talk to Kodlak if you think you have what it takes to be a companion.
Haven't seen your face before. I'm watching you. Ask any fool around here and get a different answer. Mercenaries, warriors of honor, brothers and sisters of the blade, drunken rabble. Take your pick. I've been here longer than most of them. Even I don't know sometimes. I just hope they don't kill each other. I learned the ways of the blade in the Great War. Nearly lost my life outside the Imperial City. I came home to Skyrim when it was all over, but I wasn't much good at anything other than fighting. Wandered around as a blade for hire. It's a damned good one, too. The money was good, and the women were good, and the drinks were good. But I was losing myself, my heart. I was lucky the companions found me. Now there's a reason to be fighting. The honor of my brothers and sisters is worth more than coin. Of course the money is still good. And the drinks. None of our business. There's no honor to be had in the squabbling of Jarls. So you think you have what it takes? Lucky for you, I'm not the one who makes that decision. Talk to Kodlak. Who knows? Maybe he's in a generous mood. Until next time.
My brother Vilkas is a better talker than me. He should be around someplace. The companions are my family. We fight so that other people don't have to. We bring honor and glory to ourselves and each other. Vilkas and I have been here since we were little whelps. Our father Jurgen raised us here. Even Vigner couldn't remember companions younger than us. Too confusing for me. Empire, Nords, Talos, who cares? Just tell me who needs bludgeoning. Kodlak is the one who figures out who can be a companion, so talk to him. It's out of my hands. Mm-hmm.
But I still hear the call of the blood.
We all do. It is our burden to bear. But we can overcome.
You have my brother and I, obviously. But I don't know if the rest will go along quite so easily.
Leave that to me.
Great. Another ambitious visitor. You'll hear some of the brighter faces around here talk about honor and glory. I've got nothing against it, but for me, the promise of coin is what feeds my blade. Wherever someone in Skyrim doesn't feel up to defending their own honor, we'll take up their burden. To hear Farkas tell it, our father raised us here as happy pups, running around, biting knees. I love my brother, but his brains are not his strong suit. We were brought here by Jurgen. Whether he was our father or not, I don't care. He left to fight in the Great War and never came back. So he's not my problem anymore. We've been here as long as either of us can remember, though. So try to show some respect. There are always good reasons to fight. I just wish this war had them. Who cares who worships what dead god? Give me something to make me draw my sword. I don't know if you're capable, and I don't have time to find out. If Kodlak will vouch for you, I might have some work you could do. Mm-hmm.
A stranger comes to our hall.
You might do well to learn a...
Your question carries more weight than you may know, newcomer. The sort of thing some of us spend our lives pondering. The difference between a noble band of warriors and a ragged bunch of assassins is as thin as a blade's edge. I try to hold us to the right path. Politics are something best avoided. I prefer more personal confrontations myself. Like most of our band, I found this family after losing my own. I traveled the length and breadth of this land, learning all I could of the sword and the axe. I was just a boy, but I had the fire of a man in my heart. Eventually, my body caught up to my spirit. My predecessor, Askar, found me in Hammerfell. I was serving as a bodyguard for some weak-necked lord out there. He brought me back here, and I realized that I was actually coming home. I worked to bring honor to this family, and to the family that I lost. For my mother, my father, and my grandfather. For all my shield siblings. Family and honor. That's what it means to be one of us, boy. Would you now? Here, let me have a look at you. Yes, perhaps. A certain strength of spirit.
Master, you're not truly considering accepting him.
I am nobody's master, Vilkas. And last I checked, we had some empty beds in Jorvaskr for those with a fire burning in their hearts.
Apologies. But perhaps this isn't the time. I've never even heard of this outsider.
Sometimes the famous come to us. Sometimes men and women come to us to seek their fame. It makes no difference. What matters is their heart.
And their arm.
Of course. How are you in battle, boy? That's the spirit. Vilkas here will get started on that. Vilkas, take him out to the yard and see what he can do.
Aye. Not here. Out in the yard. Come on.
I haven't seen you before, have I? What do you want?
Huh? Getting tired of hanging around talking all day.
The old man said to have a look at you. So, let's do this. Just have a few swings at me so I can see your form. Don't worry, I can take it.
Here, you won't be here alive. There you go.
Not bad. Next time won't be so easy. You might just make it. But for now, you're still a whelp to us, new blood. So you do what we tell you. Here's my sword. Go take it up to Jorland to have it sharpened. And be careful. It's probably worth more than you are. What is it now? Until next time.
We can change how things run around.
What brings you here? I'm guessing you're the newcomer then. Oh, don't worry too much about it. They were all whelps once. They just might not like to talk about it. And don't always just do what you're told. Nobody rules anybody in the Companions. Not actually a companion myself, but none of them know how to work a forge properly, and I'm honored to serve them. My name is Eorlund Greymane. I work the Skyforge. Best steel in all of Skyrim. All of Tamriel. Well, I'm not sure how they've managed it, but they have. No leader since Ysgramor. Kodlak is the Harbinger, and he's a sort of advisor for the whole group. But every man is his own. Every woman her own. I have a favor to ask. I'm guessing you're the newcomer then. That attitude... Around here, you'll want to learn to live your own life. Remember, nobody rules anybody in the Companions. I have a favor to ask. I've been working on a shield for Aela. My wife is in mourning, and I need to get back to her soon. I'd be much obliged if you could take this to Aela for me. That's a good man. Got a lot of steel to shape. The Skyforge? My clan fathers have worked it since the first Greymanes came to Whiterun. Skyforge steel is all the companions will use, for good reason. You blind, boy? I'm a blacksmith. Any half-wit could see that. By Izmir's beard, I ain't one for humor. You know who the companions are, so quit your asking. Why? Who says I have to be? Skyforge steel is my art and honor. The companions need the best, so they come to me. Gods be praised. We done?
Oh, I'm just a servant, dear. You want to talk to one of the companions, I'm sure.
All these young ones. I hear you have spirit. This is good.
One of them is going to take your place?
Some of them might try, but that's not what I'm worried about.
What then?
I can't keep helping you with everything.
If you wish to hunt with me... Ah, good. I've been waiting for this. Wait, I remember you. So the old man thinks you've got some heart, I guess.
You know this one? I saw him training in the yard with Vilkas.
Ah, yes. I heard you gave him quite a thrashing.
Don't let Vilkas catch you saying that.
Do you think you could handle Vilkas in a real fight? Ah, a man of action. Here, let's have Farkas show you where you'll be resting your head.
Farkas. Did you call me?
Of course we did, Icebrain. Show this new blood where the rest of the whelp sleep.
New blood? Oh, I remember you. Come on, follow me. My brother Vilkas is a better talker than me. He should be around
Ysgramor
someplace.
himself wouldn't have the patience to deal with all the rabble around here. All right
Nora
then.
and Ayala like to tease me, but they're good people. They challenge us to be our best. Nice to have a new face around. It gets boring here sometimes. I hope we keep you. This can be a rough life. The quarters are up here. Just pick a bed and fall in it when you're tired. Telma will keep the place clean. She always has. All right, so here... Hey! Be careful. By the way, if you're looking for something to do, we've got trouble right here in Whiterun Hold. Nothing we can't handle. Rogue wizards. I've never trusted magic types. The college is bad enough. Destroy them. Excellent. Show them no mercy. By the way, if you're looking for something to do...
If the Circle vouch... Just because you've been accepted here so quickly, don't think I'm gonna help you rise any faster. Fight well, don't be a lout, and you'll be fine. You don't need my help. Until next time. I was the newest companion. So much. This group, this family, this band. This is the best thing I've ever been a part of. The oldest fighting group in Skyrim, and nothing but glory from Ysgramor's day to our own. To be counted in that line is a bit of immortality. Even if I never see Sovngarde, I'll have that much. Good day.
Might head down. It means when I have troubles, I always have someone on my side. We have shield siblings to keep our backs as dangerous as our fronts. I think.
I never thought that it means signing on for the Nord ideas of how to live your life. Honor, battle, glory, all that. Even an elf can be born with the heart of a Nord, Skjor said when I joined. I think he meant it as a compliment. To me, it means not having to answer foolish questions a second time. Until next time.
It means living such that your shield siblings would proudly say they fought at your side. Glory in battle, honor in life. Deal with problems head on. Leave whispers and sneaking to the gutter rats who can't fight for themselves.
Come to me with questions. There's been a group called the Companions for over 4,000 years. It's been many different things in that time. A conquering army, ruthless mercenaries, a band of drunken louts, and the esteemed company you see before you. But there's always been a kind of honor to it. We don't deal in politics or underhanded sneaking. We try to uphold the legacy of Ysgramor, to bear his good name such that it never be forgotten, and always be spoken with reverence. Until next time.
I had a bad time a few years back. I turned to drink.
We great. My advice,
Vignar.
don't overthink it.
He wouldn't let me
Fight
stay.
well and the rest takes care of itself. I was done talking anyway.
I think by now I've killed one of every living thing in Skyrim.
Skjor says that I've never been a smart one, but the Companions welcome anyone with the heart of a warrior. When we step into battle, we fight for our own name and the name of the Companions. I've already given you a job. Now get to it.
All right then.
All right then.
I see everything, hear everything, and know everything.
Come to me with questions.
My favorite drinking
You
buddy.
have come.
Let's get some
You have come to hear the word of Talos. Because the so-called Emperor is a coward. That's right, I said coward! Oh yes, he agreed to banish the worship of Talos at the tip of an Aldmeri sword. They called it the White Gold Concordat. Well, I call it blasphemy. A true son of the Empire would never have turned his back on our greatest hero. Not at any price. Well, let me tell you something, friend. Cyrodiil is a long way from here. And in Skyrim, we will never forsake mighty Talos. Let them come. I have no fear, for Talos is my ally, and I am his prophet. His word is upon my lips, his voice in my throat. Hello, my friend. If you seek knowledge about mighty Talos, you have most certainly come to the right person. In mortal life, Talos was a Nord, possessed of unmatched tactical skill, limitless wisdom, and the power to see into men's hearts. Talos mastered the power of voice, and with it he united the lands of men into a great empire. In southern lands, he was known by the name Tiber Septim. Here in Skyrim, we honor him by his proper Nord name. So great was his reign in life. When he ascended to the heavens, he was made Lord of the Divines. If you want to know more, I'm sure you can find any number of tomes on the subject. And there it is, friends. The ugly. We are the children of man.
Mister... Oh, thank you. Divines, bless your kind heart. Until next time. I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. It's fun most days, and hard work.
What's the matter? You can't stand the sight of a strong Nord woman? It's been a while now. I miss him, but it's clear he's not coming back. He knew what he was getting into. I don't blame anyone. Yeah, take care.
Excuse me, but I'm trying to read. Nothing like a good adventure or romance to lose yourself in.
What are you looking at? I'm not... Yeah? Why? Okay, I'll leave him alone. I was just kidding around. Besides, if he'd only kiss me, I wouldn't have to beat him up all the time. We done? Boys, girls, dogs, elders. There's nobody I won't fight. I work with my mother to sell fruits and vegetables. Did you know there are some fruits that actually grow better in the cold weather?
Thank you. The pain is already easing.
Feel better already.
Fever. My body burns.
Yeah? Pain is so great.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah?
It's a shame, isn't it?
Are you married? Here you stay. Men are... Good afternoon.
It's a shame, isn't it? Indeed. The temple here in the city is my charge. The goddess's divine blessings have no doubt helped make Whiterun a thriving and prosperous city. After all, it is she who brings rain to our crops and fair weather on the harvest days. Somewhat, yes. At first it seemed a distant thing, heard only in the idle speech of guards and traders. When the wounded soldiers began to return from battle, I did what I could to help them. As more of the sick and injured came to the temple, my work as a healer became more important than my duties as a priestess. I wish only an end to the fighting, so that I can tend to the temple once more. This is the Gildergreen. It was planted as a seedling in the early years of Whiterun. Disciples of Kynareth could sense something holy in it, and traveled far to hear the winds of the goddess in its branches. They built the temple. Of course, not as many pilgrims these days. To the east of here is a hidden grove where the Eldergleam resides. It's the oldest living thing in Skyrim, maybe all of Tamriel. Our tree here in the city was grown from a cutting of that tree. You can still feel the glory of the mother tree through it. Even its name is an echo. I've thought about that. Trees like this never really die, they only slumber. I think if we had some of the sap from the parent tree, we could wake up its child. But even if you could get to the Eldergleam, you couldn't tap it, not with any normal metal. If you want to help, you'll need something to cut into it first. You'll have to deal with the Hagravens. I've heard about the weapon they've made for sacrificing Spriggans. It's called Nettlebane. The hags terrify me, or I would have gone after it myself. Your spirit is strong. Kynareth's winds will guide your path. It's held in a Hagraven nest called Orphan Rock.
For my husband, Nazim, check the Jarl's backside.
So, have you... It's an old tree, very old. They say it was a seedling when the first men were arriving from Atmora, thousands of years ago. The sap is precious. It can restore barren fields or bring life to rocks. I can use it to repair the Gildergreen, so we can worship properly again. May Kynareth's winds blow you to fortune.
You're the best. Can you be my father?
I spend a lot of time at the
Thorald's
market stalls,
disappearance
working on
has
the
left our
merchants' trade.
family in shambles.
More
I
experience
knew
with
he
the
wasn't
London
gone.
someday.
I just knew it. Please, get that to Adelstein right away.
I've spied the two of you talking.
Best you forget whatever you think you saw.
You take care of yourself now.
Prove hazardous. They say there's nothing a Nord woman can't do if she puts her mind to it.
Well met, kinsman. Well met, traveler. May your sword be sharp, and your tongue sharper.
Just because I'm a Greymane doesn't mean I can
Steaks fit for a I work for Bellathor at the General Goods Store.
I bet you could slay one of those mean old dragons. I bet you could do anything.
You've been seen in the company of the companions. That's an honorable path you're on, friend.
Do you have news? I knew it. Let me see, please. The Thalmor. By the 9, it's worse than I thought. So, North Watch Keep. Then we know where to hit them. I'll do anything if it means saving my brother. You'll join us, won't you? Thorald can't be left to those monsters. Are you sure? I doubt you stand a chance against the Thalmor. I can have a group of men ready at a moment's notice. Many would be willing to help rescue my brother. Very well. I'll give you a chance. But if you can't do it, I will. Forget Solitude or Windhelm. Whiterun was the crown jewel of Skyrim before. This was such a glorious city, but then everything had to change. The Empire came.
I mostly deal with petty thievery and drunken brawls.
Come on in. Just stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out. If it's work you need, how about chopping up some wood for the fires?
The guards in this city are all lazy and undisciplined. Things need to change.
You're someone who can get things done. Let's not waste any time.
Commander Caius.
There's a river. Here in Skyrim, you can't neither magic nor passing of time.
Be careful.
You should talk to the Jarl up in Dragon's Reach. Lend any aid you can.
I don't know what you did, but Blake won't even look at me. So thanks.
Disrespect the law, and you disrespect me. be a lot warmer and a lot... Staying safe, I hope?
Hail, companion. Tired, friend.
Ulfric,
Bannermere has beds for
patron of the great clan. I'm as much a Nord as the next man, but I'm no fool. I don't live in the past like those.
Ain't nobody high and mighty in these halls, except in the Jarl. And don't you forget. Don't you go tracking your dirty boots on my clean floor.
I might just be a servant among lords, but don't think for a moment I don't take my duties as seriously as the Jarl himself.
My lord, please.
All this standing around is right. I'm not a man. I'm a weapon in human form. Just unsheath me and point me at the enemy.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors. Well, that explains why the guards let you in. Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally. Keep your distance. Balgrup and I share a battle bond. We met as youths and forged our friendship in the fires of war. When he became Jarl, I insisted on serving as his protector. He had no cause to argue. Gods, you are curious. Almost dangerously so. I am charged with protecting the Jarl from any and all threats. Powerful men have many enemies, more so in times of strife, so you can imagine the dangers. Oh yes, there have been attempts on the Jarl's life. More than one would-be assassin has met his end at the tip of my blade. Take your pick. Dragons, Stormcloak assassins, ambitious and unscrupulous nobles. Sometimes I think his own children want him dead. And those are just the physical threats. Assaults on his sanity are another matter entirely. Every day he deals with obsequious functionaries and incompetent bureaucrats. Sadly, I'm not allowed to eliminate them. Well, not yet anyway. I've got my eyes on you.
All this standing around is rubbish. We should be taking the fight to the storm.
So, you were at Helgen. You saw this dragon with your own eyes? I should have guessed Ulfric would be mixed up in this. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls? Against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger. If that dragon is lurking in the mountains...
That is a provocation. He'll assume we're preparing to join Ulfric's side and attack him. We should not...
Enough! I'll not stand idly by while the dragon burns my hold and slaughters my people. Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
Yes, my Jarl.
If you'll excuse me, I'll return to my duties.
That would be best. Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun a service, and I won't forget it. Here, take this as a small token of my esteem. There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps. Come, let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
But I don't want to be patient. I want access right now. Father promised. All you ever do...
The Jarl is, as you can imagine, very busy. Perhaps I can assist you. That is an old tale, but well known to those of us who serve in the keep. Long ago, there lived a mighty hero of the Nords, Olaf One-Eye. Olaf did battle with a fearsome dragon named Numenex. The struggle between Olaf and the dragon culminated in a mighty duel atop Mount Anthor, with Olaf the victor. Olaf returned in triumph to Whiterun. By his decree, the city's keep was rebuilt as a prison for Numenex. And so, from that time until this, our great keep has been called Dragon's Reach. Ah, splendid. Our fine city has a proud history, and I'm happy to share what I know. The history of Whiterun begins with Jorrvaskr, the Hall of the Companions. For a long time, it was the only building on the mountain. As time passed, a thriving community sprang up around Jorrvaskr, as was common with mead halls. Today, Whiterun is the jewel of Skyrim. I can say without boast that it is the greatest city in all the holds. Well, there are 3 of them, arranged in 3 tiers, as you may have noticed. The Plains District is so named because it's the closest of the 3 to the plains that surround the city. The inn and marketplace are found there. Most of the city's residents live in the Wind District, which is the middle of the 3. Dragon's Reach occupies the highest, which we call the Cloud District. From here, the Jarl can see all that goes on within his city. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
All this standing around is rubbish. You should be taken to fight with the Stormcloaks.
Father says I'm too young to train myself.
Remember,
So I
absurd that you
practice
can't
with
go
my
good
fists.
feet rolls in the skeever hole of a city.
Another wanderer, here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
Farengar, I think I found someone who can help you with your dragon project. Go ahead and fill him in with all the details.
So the Jarl thinks you can be of use to me. Oh yes, he must be referring to my research into the dragons. Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me. Well, when I say fetch, I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient stone tablet that may or may not actually be there. You are eager to begin your adventure. Excellent. The sooner begun, the sooner done, eh? I, learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself. Ah, the dragon stone of Bleak Falls Barrow. You already found it. You are cut from a different cloth than the usual boots the Jarl foists on me. You'll have to see the Jarl about that, maybe his steward Avenici. I'm sure one of them will pay you appropriately. Come to Dragon's Reach to discuss the ongoing hostilities, like the rest. Ah, student of the craft. You'll need to start by learning an enchantment. Take an enchanted weapon or piece of armor, then use the arcane enchanter to learn its secrets. The item is destroyed in the process, so be wary. Once you know an enchantment, you'll need a filled soul gem and something to enchant. You'll use the arcane enchanter for that too. Of course, I have everything you need for sale if you have the coin. I believe I am, yes. Technically speaking, of course. The city is also home to a priest, priestess, an alchemist, and I'm sure others who practice. Ah, that reminds me. Speaking of alchemists, I have some frost salts for Arcadia. She asked me to obtain them for one of her potions. Would you be so kind as to deliver the frost salts for me? I'm sure Arcadia will provide some form of recompense. Good. You're clearly better suited than I am to carry out such a menial task. A prospective student, are you? Well, I'm afraid I'm not much good at teaching. You should try your luck at the College of Winterhold. I'll put it simply, so you'll understand. I advise the Jarl in matters of magic. If the Hold is faced with any threats or mysteries of a magical nature, I am called upon to explain things and suggest a course of action. Hopefully that answer will satisfy you. Good day. If I said that was a tedious question, would you be smart enough to know what I meant? Probably not. As long as I'm left alone to pursue my research, I don't care who gives the orders. Now, I'm a busy man, and your pointless questions are boring me terribly. Good day. It seems this damnable conflict... Sadly, no. My work affords me few opportunities for such an adventure. Perhaps some hero will bring one to Dragon's Reach, like old Olaf one I once did. What a fascinating conversation that would be. Take a look. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
You should come too.
A dragon? How exciting. Where was it seen? What was it doing?
I'd take this a bit more seriously if I were you. If a dragon decides to attack Whiterun, I don't know if we can stop it. Let's go.
Prevent us. It must help. We need to convince my brother to do more for the war effort.
What would you have me do, Hrongar? Your brother is the Jarl.
Fight.
I know I can't question his judgment.
I'm not asking you to defy the Jarl.
Don't
just
fail
open
me.
his eyes. Use subtlety and suggestion to turn his thoughts to war. You're his student. You listen to him.
Leave me out of your intrigues, Hrongar. If you have something to say to the Jarl...
I'm not a man. I'm a weapon in human form. Just unsheath me and point me at the enemy.
Don't you go tracking your dirty boots on my clean floor.
How can I help a brother Nord?
Father says I'm too young to wanderer here to lick my so I practice with my fists. Good job.
Heard about you and your honeyed words. Trouble?
Another wanderer here to lick my father's boots. Good job. Hey, hands off!
Come quietly or taste the Jarl's justice. By the order of the Jarl, stop right there. Smart man. Now come along with us. We'll take any stolen goods and you'll be free to go. After you pay the fine, of course.
Another wanderer here to lick my father's boots. Good job. Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice. Another wanderer here to lick my father's boots. Good job.
I serve Jarl Balgruuf as steward.
There's no time to stand on ceremony, my friend. I need your help again. I want you to go with Irileth and help her fight this dragon. You survived Helgen, so you have more experience with dragons than anyone else here. But I haven't forgotten the service you did for me in retrieving the Dragon Stone for Farengar. As a token of my esteem, I have instructed Avenici that you are now permitted to purchase property in the city. And please, accept this gift from my personal armory.
You should come along. I would very much like to see this dragon.
No, I can't afford to risk both of you.
I'll see you at the watchtower as soon as
defend the
rest
city
of them
against these
gather.
dragons. Help Irileth kill this dragon before it can attack Whiterun. There's no time to lose.
Lodge on Dragon Street say you aided the Jarl. On behalf of Whiterun, I thank you.
Damn those Greymanes to oblivion. They want to back the Stormcloaks. They'll get this guy.
How can I help a brother know?
Right. I said a dragon. I don't much care where it came from or who sent it. What I do know is that it's made the mistake of attacking Whiterun.
But Housecarl, how can we fight a dragon?
That's a fair question. None of us have ever seen a dragon before, or expected to face one in battle. But we are honor-bound to fight it, even if we fail. This dragon is threatening our homes, our families. Could you call yourselves Nords if you ran from this monster? Are you going to let me face this thing alone?
No.
We're so dead.
But it's more than our honor at stake here. Think of it. The first dragon seen in Skyrim since the last age. The glory of killing it is ours, if you're with me. Now what do you say? Shall we go kill us a dragon?
Yeah!
Damn right!
Let's move out.
You look tired, friend. The Bannered Mare has beds for rent. No signs of any dragon right now. It sure looks like he's been. I know it looks bad, but we've got to figure out what happened. And if that dragon is still skulking around somewhere. Spread out and look for survivors. We need to know what we're dealing with.
believe it. You're Dragonborn. In the very oldest tales, back from when there were still dragons in Skyrim, the Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. That's what you did, isn't it? Absorb the dragon's power. There's only one way to find out. Try to shout. That would prove it. According to the old legends, only the Dragonborn can shout without training, the way the dragons do. That's right. My grandfather used to tell stories about the Dragonborn. Those born with the dragon blood, like old Tiber Septim himself.
I've never heard of Tiber Septim killing any dragons.
There weren't any dragons. Damn idiot. They're just coming back now for the first time in forever. But the old tales tell of the Dragonborn who could kill dragons and steal their power. You must be one.
What do you say, Irileth? Being awfully quiet. Come on, Irileth. Tell us, do you believe in this Dragonborn business?
Some of you would be better off keeping quiet than flapping your gums on matters you don't know anything about. Here's a dead dragon, and that's something I definitely understand. Now we know we can kill them. But I don't need some mythical Dragonborn. Someone who can put down a dragon is more than enough for me.
You wouldn't understand, Housecarl. You ain't the North.
I've been all across Tamriel. I've seen plenty of things just as outlandish as this. I'd advise you all to trust in the strength of your sword arm over tales and legends.
That was shouting, what you just did. Must be.
Power of old, the voice of the Dragonborn.
That was the hairiest fight I've ever been in, and I've been in more than a few. I don't know about this Dragonborn business, but I'm sure glad you're with us. You better get back to Whiterun right away. Jarl Balgruuf will want to know what happened here. I'm taking command here for the moment. You head back to Whiterun and let the Jarl know what happened.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A letter. Not sure who from. He wouldn't say, just that he was a friend of yours. Looks like that's it. Got to go. Sorry, nothing.
Look, you already have been told you're not allowed here. Turn around and go back the way you came.
We're causing no trouble. All we
Need
ask
something?
is to
A woman, a foreigner in these lands. Redguard, like us. She is likely not using her true name. We will pay for any information regarding her location. We are not welcome here in Whiterun, so we will be in Rorikstead if you learn anything. It's none of your concern. All you need to know is that we're paying for information. If that doesn't interest you, feel free to walk away. We're looking for a fugitive who comes from Hammerfell. A Redguard woman. She may be somewhere in this city. She cannot hide from us forever.
After what happened, you're lucky I don't cost you a
Huh?
day.
We'll have to have a pint together sometime, you and me.
Sometimes I miss the soldier's life when I hold my daughter in my arms.
Please, you did it. You killed your dragon.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds. I enjoy this work well enough, but I'm ready to retire. I've been thinking of selling the inn to Isolda. Anyway, what do you need? What can I get you? Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room, right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Let me know if you see anything you like. You look rather pale. Ah, splendid, splendid. It's for a special brew I'm working on. A love elixir like none other. Maybe I'll test it on Farengar first. Oh, but I suppose you expect some compensation. Here. These potions should suffice. Come. Take your time if you need a remedy. If there's anything I can help you with, you have but to ask. Pardon me. So you're interested in my potions and ingredients? Farewell.
Let me know if you see anything you like. Everything. Trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing. do come back.
Once I've made enough Thank you. This should turn that old cat's gaze. Maybe I'll be able to become a caravaneer myself one day. As promised, let me show you a thing or two about bargaining. Don't want some shifty merchant giving you a raw trade. Farewell.
We are but mags, riding.
There's been talk amongst the guards. Your dragon. Such a thing.
Good. You're finally here. The Jarl's been waiting for you.
You heard the summons. So what happened at the watchtower? Was the dragon there? I knew I could count on Irileth, but there must be more to it than that. Dragonborn? What do you know about the Dragonborn? So it's true. The Greybeards really were summoning you. Masters of the Way of the Voice. They live in seclusion high on the slopes of the throat of the world. The Dragonborn is said to be uniquely gifted in the voice. The ability to focus your vital essence into a thume, or shout. If you really are Dragonborn, they can teach you how to use your gift. The Greybeards.
Didn't you hear the thundering sound as you returned to Whiterun? That was the voice of the Greybeards, summoning you to High Hrothgar. This hasn't happened in centuries, at least. Not since Tiber Septim himself was summoned when he was still Talos of Atmora.
Hrongar, calm yourself. What does any of this Nord nonsense have to do with our friend here? Capable as he may be, I don't see any signs of him being this, what, Dragonborn?
Nord nonsense? Why, you puffed up ignorant. These are our sacred traditions that go back to the founding of the First Empire.
Hrongar, don't be so hard on Avenici.
I meant no disrespect, of course. It's just that, what do these Greybeards want with him?
That's the Greybeards' business, not ours. Whatever happened when you killed that dragon, it revealed something in you, and the Greybeards heard it. If they think you're Dragonborn, who are we to argue? You'd better get up to High Hrothgar immediately. There's no refusing the summons of the Greybeards. It's a tremendous honor. You've done a great service for me and my city, Dragonborn. By my right as Jarl, I name you Thane of Whiterun. It's the greatest honor that's within my power to grant. I assign you Lydia as a personal housecarl, and this weapon from my armory to serve as your badge of office. I'll also notify my guards of your new title. Wouldn't want them to think you're part of the common rabble, now would we? We are honored to have you as Thane of our city, Dragonborn. May the gods watch over your battles, friend. Well, in the old tales, the Dragonborn heroes would use the power of their voice to defeat the enemies of Skyrim. Wolfhearth was Dragonborn. Talos too, the founder of the Empire. Back in the good old days. In the very oldest tales. Back from when there still were dragons in Skyrim. The Dragonborn would slay dragons and steal their power. They're the masters of the way of the voice, of shouting. They live up on top of the throat of the world. If you're really Dragonborn, they'll want to talk to you. In the old stories, they always summon the Dragonborn for training. If it's the war you're referring to, I'm on the side of Whiterun. No doubt General Tullius and his friends in the Empire will tell you that I owe them my loyalty, perhaps I do. Ulfric Stormcloak would say that I owe my allegiance to the Nord people as they fight for Skyrim's independence. Perhaps this is also true. The day might come when I am forced to draw my sword for one side or the other. But that day has not come yet. No doubt, he thought it was the only way to make his point. And also, because he knew he could. With good planning and constant vigilance. Even now, my court wizard, Farengar, continues his research into ways we might drive back these terrors. We must also have ample reserves of water to combat the fires that will surely spread after an attack. But our greatest weapon? Courage. For if we cannot kill the beast, we must at least have the tenacity to drive it back. Until brave heroes step forward to destroy these monsters, that is the best we can do. What is it that you need?
Yes, my lord.
All this stuff, it means you could kill dragons and steal their power. Even speak with a dragon's voice, they say. There hasn't been a dragonborn seen in the land for centuries. Not since Talos himself walked the 7,000 steps to High Hrothgar. They live in seclusion on the slopes of the Throat of the World, the great mountain of Skyrim. They are masters of the Way of the Voice. If you really are dragonborn, they're the ones who can teach you how to use your power. Maybe we'll meet in the field. Just pray we're on the same
You tried
side.
mercenary work? It might suit you.
Another
Absurd that you
wanderer
can't
here to lick my
prevent
father's
sweet
boots.
in the
Good
skeever
job.
hole of a city.
I'm not a man.
I serve Jarl
I'm a weapon in
Balgruuf
human
as
form.
the only thing I
Just
remember is
unsheath
the
it
old
and
story
point
of
me
Tiber
again.
Septim being called Dragonborn by the Nords before they switched sides and joined the Empire. No doubt those graybeards up at High Hrothgar will talk your ear off about it. Near as I can tell, a bunch of ancient Nord hermits who live on top of a mountain. Never heard of them talking to anybody before. If they really do want to talk to you, you'd better go find out what they want. You never know. Splendid. There's a house available right now. Very well. Just let me know when you're ready to purchase the house. Enjoy your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Divine smile on you. I don't know much. Only the old tales about the ancient heroes who would use the voice to defeat the enemies of Skyrim. They say the emperors used to be dragonborn, but that all ended when Martin died during the Oblivion Crisis. The Greybeards can tell you much more than I can. They're the masters of the Way of the Voice, and taught Tiber Septim himself. Well, I only know what I've heard in the old tales. Shouting is an ancient form of magic, the use of one's voice to project their power. If you can shout, you need to go see the Greybeards. They'll know what to do. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to guess them. You know, if you've got the aptitude, you should join the Mages College in Winterhold.
The Jarl has appointed me to be your housecarl. It's an honor to serve you. The Jarl has recognized you as a person of great importance in the Hold. A hero. The title of Thane is an honor, a gift for your service. Guards will know to look the other way if you tell them who you are. As my Thane, I'm sworn to your service. I'll guard you and all you own with my life. Looks like you've already got someone with you.
It seems our enemies have no end
Let's
of
get going.
spies, saboteurs, and assassins to send against us.
I'm heading home if you need me.
I've got
Honor.
my eyes.
Lead the way.
Be careful.
Rise up! Rise up, children of the Empire!
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying?
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Hi there. Are you sure? Oh no. They found me? I need your help, please. Come with me. I need to speak to you privately. Quickly, come with me. So, are you working with them? You think you can take me? You so much as touch me and you're going to lose me. Huh? So the Alakir know where I am? What did they offer you? Gold? How many more of them are coming? Tell me. Then I need your help, and there isn't anyone else I can trust here in the city. I am not the person that the people of Whiterun think I am. My real name is Eamon. I am a noble of House Suda in Hammerfell. The men who are looking for me, the Alakir, they are assassins in the employ of the Aldmeri Dominion. They wish to exchange my blood for gold. I need you to root them out and drive them away before they find me and drag me back to Hammerfell for an execution. They're mercenaries, only in it for the money. They're led by a man named Kamatu. Get rid of him, and the rest will scatter. I don't dare show my face, lest they recognize me, so you'll have to find out where they are. I heard one of them was just arrested trying to sneak into the city. If he's locked up in the jail, perhaps you can get it out of him. Please, I know I'm asking you to do something difficult, maybe even dangerous. I just don't know who else I can trust. I don't know for sure. I spoke out against the Aldmeri Dominion publicly. I suspect that's why these men were hired to hunt me down. You think I'd be in hiding if this was something I trusted town guards to handle? These men are ruthless, cunning, deceitful. They'll pay off whoever they can. I can't trust anyone here in Whiterun. Guards and Jarls can be bought. And the Alakir are close. I'm running out of time, so I'm choosing to trust you. Find me the moment the Alakir are taken care of.
With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home.
Wait, I know you.
What are you looking at? You have a death wish, then? If you know that name, you must know to meet him would be to meet your end. But it seems we both have needs, friend. Perhaps we can help each other out. I have dishonored my brothers by being captured, and so they have left me here. My life with the Alakir is over now, but I have no wish to die in this god's forsaken land. If I can be released from prison, I may start over. See to that. And I'll tell you what you want to know. Because I was clumsy enough to be captured. Kamatu always says, we're supposed to be the best of the best. I wasn't. $100 gold will secure my release. You can afford that, can't you? I suppose you'd better hope you can, if you want the information. Get the money into the hands of one of these guards, and I'll tell you what you want to know. Until next time.
Wait, I know you. There's no mistake. You're a wanted man, and it's time to pay for your crimes. Oh, forgive me, Thane. I didn't realize it was you. We'll look the other way this time, But even the Jarl's influence has its limits. Be more careful. Everything all done. Convince him to stay out of the city while you're at it.
You buy my way out of here, and I'll tell you what you want to know. Very well. Kamatu is west of Whiterun. It's an unassuming little cave called Swindler's Den. You realize if you set foot in there, you're never coming back out? They'll kill you. But that's your problem, not mine.
Guard! My fine's been paid, now set me free!
Sorry, my ears aren't so good. You say something?
I said my fine has been paid, now let me out!
Right. Oh, look at that. I seem to have lost my keys. Might take me a while to find them. You just sit tight. I'll get around.
Curse you!
Staying safe, I hope?
Trouble in Whiterun, and I'll pull you into the Dragon's Reach dungeon myself.
Oh, I actually advise the Jarl on political matters. But this is all probably a thing of
Nope. Sorry. Nothing.